Now then, as they used to say on Monty Python, for something completely different. Next week sees the start of Magic Fest in Edinburgh. It's in its 14th year now. It's a celebration of all things magical, also a springboard for aspiring young magicians. Quite fitting, perhaps, for the city where J.K. Rowling, of course, wrote much of Harry Potter. In a moment, I'm going to be talking to the festival's founder, Kevin Quantum. First, though, here he is in action. And if you're with us on the radio this morning, he's about to walk through the middle of a giant version of that famous pendulum office toy. You know, the one with the clacking, swinging balls, except this one is made with full-size cannonballs and they're on fire. And he's timing it to finish as they fire the 1 o'clock gun at Edinburgh Castle. Crikey. Well, I am pleased to say Kevin joins me now in the studio, so no sign of any singes or cannonball wounds. That was quite something. Was that for real?
It was for real, yeah, genuinely. That was not even a magic trick. That was just me.
That was just good timing.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Some would say daft. Listen, the finance secretary's just over there. She's not left the building yet. I'm not going to ask you how you actually get a rabbit out of a hat, but any tricks for making more money?
Yeah, of course. I mean, Shona, what she didn't say was that actually the Scottish Parliament employ an army full of magicians. They've got them in this big cavern underneath the Scottish Parliament. They do. It's like a Gringotts style, very lavish, very beautiful. But right in the middle of it, there's a big tree, and it's very sparsely populated, but instead of green leaves, it has white sheets of paper. I have one here, as you can see.
The magic money tree.
These magicians, yeah, exactly. They take the bits of paper, they fold them up into a small package. They just work all day doing this, like this. They wave their hands over the top. They say the magical incantation, which is fiscal responsibility. Then when they unfold it, believe it or not, it becomes a genuine...
There you are. For the benefit of our radio listeners, Kevin took what I can testify was a blank sheet of paper, and in front of my very eyes, it's transformed into a £20 note.
And that's the real truth of the magic money tree.
That is amazing. Right, listen, Magic Fest, designed to get people into magic, to make that kind of thing a career. How did you get involved?
So I started when I was in my 20s. I was doing a physics PhD, and I was on a reality TV show where I had 4 weeks to learn magic and transform from a physicist into a magician.
It was Faking It, wasn't it?
The
Channel 4 show. So you went to Vegas, trained under Penn and Teller, all that, and convinced Paul Daniels, I think, at the end, wasn't it, that you were a professional magician?
That's right. There's always a final test where you have to put your new skill into action, and there's judges, and my judge was Paul Daniels. I faked it in front of Paul Daniels, I guess you could say.
And here you are. It's absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
What do you need to be good at it?
Dedication. I think like anything else, if you put a lot of time and effort into it, do it lots, you're going to get better at it, right? Same with everything else in life.
You're a physicist. Do you need that kind of mind?
Well, I do for what I do. So mine's is a fusion of magic and science so often. So I take aspects of maybe quantum physics, which is a really magical area anyway. That's why my stage name is Quantum. And take those aspects of maybe the language that the scientists will use is a magic language, like disappear, reappear. They don't know how this stuff works. So I'll maybe be inspired by that kind of aspect of physics and take that into my magic.
Right, so Magic Fest coming up, what is that all about? How are you going to get people into this industry, if that's what it is? Yeah,
so as well as the live shows, which run from about Christmas till about New Year, we also have this program called Future Magicians. Last year at the Fringe, I was inundated with these teenage magicians who did not know what to do, where to go to get better at magic, how to improve, how to be part of the industry. So I sat down, racked my brains, and came up with this kind of guided mentorship program called Future Magicians. So we take these young magicians, we pair them with professionals, they work for 2 months with this goal of performing at the Magic Festival at the end of it, which they're doing on the 29th and 30th at the Storytelling Centre through in Edinburgh.
Right, so if you're an aspiring young magician listening to this or watching this morning, get along, have a think about it, could change your life.
Absolutely, be inspired by it, take a chance, go and see a live show.
What do we get? What do we get from magic apart from just entertainment? It's always great to see a guy like you doing his stuff, right? But what does it give us? How does it enrich our lives other than entertainment?
Well, I feel today in this world that we're in, there's so much. Sometimes despair, let's call it, right? There's a lack of hope, and especially when I was growing up, the world was such an exciting place, and sometimes I feel that young people don't see it like I used to see it. So I offer escapism, I offer dreams, I offer hope. I just want to take people out of maybe what this mundane world is that they're in and take them into a world where anything can happen, which is really the world that we live in.
Right, well, inspire. Listen, we're just about to send the audience away to Christmas.
Yeah.
Give us one more trick.
One more trick. Okay, I will do. I need to borrow your ring. Have you got a wedding band?
I do have a wedding band.
You pop it on my little finger. It doesn't mean anything.
I'm going to get this back, right?
Oh yeah,
It's all of my
100%.
life's work.
Yeah, just keep your eyes on it. It's right next to mine. I would normally swap you for my one, but well, in this instance, we'll just keep it separate. So keep your eyes on it, and very carefully, very soon, you'll start to see it balance on my thumb.
On the radio,
just
it
like
is.
so,
It is
and then
balancing vertically on Kevin's
I'm going to
thumb.
roll down my thumb now till it hits the base of my finger, and then back again.
It's rolling very slowly down Kevin's thumb,
Very
almost
controlled.
imperceptibly, halfway down his thumb.
It's now going to stick to
Not
my
far.
first finger,
It's hanging in midair.
and very slowly it's going to just drop
Wow.
from one to the other.
That's
and then
extraordinary.
I'll return it. Thank you so much for your
I'm
trust.
sure there must be
I do
magnets
appreciate
involved
it.
somewhere, but we'll
Magnets, magic, whatever you want.
we'll put it down to magic. Christmas dinner must be an absolute hoot round your table, is it?
Oh, my kids and my wife are sick of it. I'm just stuck in the kitchen making it all. I'm sure you're the same.
Really making coins appear from behind kids' ears like
Sticking
like a
pennies in
drunken
pies.
grandad.
Yeah, well, no, not like that. I do proper magic.
Right, brilliant. Magic Fest starts next week. Kevin Contam, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks, Martin. Thank you.
There's not much sunlight around in a lot of the world at the moment. Thanks for injecting a little bit of it into our programme.
Pleasure.
Right, good luck with Magic Fest as well. That is it for me today. We're not going to be back on the television until January the 14th, but the Sunday show, of course, continues over much of the festive period with Fiona Stalker on Radio Scotland and on BBC Sound. Stay tuned to her and to Radio Scotland right the way through the festive season. For me, though, have a good one. Merry Christmas, Happy Hogmanay. See you on the other side.